Good afternoon, I'm Siobhan Caulfield with Tues FM Hunter News. More than 1,000 manufacturing workers are expected to rally in Newcastle today to send a message to the next New South Wales government. The Australian Manufacturing Workers Union organised the rally in response to the region losing out on big manufacturing projects. The workers will march from No. 1 Sports Ground and complete their march at Civic Park. AMWU State Organiser Corey Wright says the government needs to listen to its constituents.
Well, every worker across the Hunter Valley, whether they're directly involved or indirectly involved, has for some time been in a state of adversity with the threats of job losses hanging over our heads. And today's day one in a campaign that we're taking on the government to make their decisions in the best interest of local workers.
The government is assuring Hunter residents the funding being put into infrastructure projects is proof of its ability to manage the budget. $85 million has been committed to build a grade-separated interchange at the junction of the New England and Golden Highways. Nationals candidate for Upper Hunter Michael Johnson says the figures speak for themselves.
The Parliamentary Budget Office yesterday came out and said that the Coalition's policies fully costed. The funds will be available based on the plan, and we will continue to keep New South Wales number one. When the Coalition came into government in New South Wales in 2011, we were number 8. We were lagging behind all the other states. In 4 years, the budget has been balanced, and we're now number 1.
Swansea residents can rest assured their water supply is secure thanks to a new $4 million pipeline. Hunter Water will install a pipeline underneath the Swansea Channel to ensure that residents in Swansea, Caves Beach, Cams Wharf and Nords Wharf will still have water should the primary pipeline break. Nick Kayser from Hunter Water says the pipeline will be completed by 2017.
If that pipe were to break in that underwater section, that residents in the Swansea areas could run out of water within 24 hours. So Hunter Water has announced a $4 million project to bore underneath the Swansea Channel and send a secondary pipeline to the people of Swansea.
A policy to ensure the protection of Aboriginal heritage has been launched today to ensure Indigenous people gain more control over what happens to land they consider part of their history. The Greens launched their policy at Newcastle and Bulga today to renew the call for standalone Aboriginal heritage laws in New South Wales. David Shoebridge is disappointed with the prioritisation of development over Indigenous land rights.
We've seen Aboriginal burial sites being disinterred, key Aboriginal graving sites being destroyed. In the heart of Newcastle, we saw 10, 15,000 years of continuous Aboriginal history, thousands of artefacts ripped out and destroyed for a Kentucky Fried Chicken restaurant. It really doesn't matter where you look. There's a depth of history in the Hunter across New South Wales, a depth of Aboriginal history, and it's being routinely and industrially destroyed, and that's got to stop.
Port Stephens and Tomaree State Emergency Service units are recruiting new members for training this month. The Emergency and Rescue Service consists of over 10,000 volunteers across the state dedicated to helping the community. SES Engagement Coordinator Amanda Hyde says the service gives back to local residents.
It's a great service to join and to volunteer your time. The members are often long-term members. They become part of a family when they join the SES. And they feel that they're giving to their local community. It's a very rewarding experience to be an SES volunteer.
Updating sport, Newcastle Knights coach Rick Stone is pushing the team hard for round 4's home game against Penrith after 3 consecutive wins in the team's 2015 campaign. It's been the best start to the Knights season in 9 years, with the team presently tied for first with South Sydney on the NRL leaderboard. But the team will need more guts and hard work to secure a 4th win when they meet 2014 Grand Final qualifiers the Panthers on Saturday at Hunter Stadium. The Panthers defeated the Knights in both their encounters last season, 30-8 and 32-10 respectively. Curry rider Bo Ralston is setting off to snare the Australian Off-Road Championship from present title holder and Aberglasslyn resident Toby Price. And Newcastle Speedway rider Jason Doyle feels primed for his debut World Grand Prix season after a win in the Elite League Riders' Championship in England. Tues FM News Time is 12:10.